The incredibly highly anticipated PlayStation 5 has recently been announced to a lot of mixed feelings. Some think it's new school cool, and others think it looks a bit like an MFND. But that leaves last generation, or the current generation console, I'm not sure which it is at this point, feeling a little bit sorry for itself. It won't be long before they're boxed up and put in the attic, or just moved on to the next player. I've had experience playing with the standard PS4, the PS4 Slim and the PS4 Pro, and I ended up keeping the PS4 Pro and decided to keep it for the long term. But with everything that's going on in the world, including the PS5 being recently announced, is it worth going and picking up a PS4 Pro in 2020? Hey guys, I'm Ryan Thomas, and today let's have a look. Back when the Pro came out, this was November 2016, the console retailed for £349 or 399 freedom bucks, and what's rather staggering is that in almost 4 years we haven't seen a price decrease. If you go on any retail store like Argos, Currys and Box here in the UK, you'll see standalone units, not bundles, go for the same £349 as release, and I find that crazy. And thanks to COVID-19, there are a lot of people who are stuck at home with nothing much to do. Wouldn't that be nice to not have to work? Prices of used versions of the PS4 and PS4 Pro are still pretty high. It's around £280 to £300 for a used version of the PS4 Pro, and at that point you might as well go out and spend £350 on a brand new one. But I know what the PS fanboys are saying. Ryan, you have no idea what you're talking about. The PS4 Pro is a fantastic, godly console, right? Not really. See, there are a few issues with the PS4 Pro that keep me feeling like my Xbox One X is actually a better console than my PS4 Pro. Firstly, and most importantly in my opinion, is the noise. The PS4 Pro is infamous for its deafening fan noise. Okay, maybe not deafening, but it's sodding loud and it could easily put you off a game that you just want to be super immersed in. Also, there's no super easy way to fix this, with external fan units not really proving to be much use at all. Secondly is the odd shape and size of the thing. Now, I get that it's for aesthetics, but the fact that it's a wedge shape means that it's actually deeper than it needs to be, and that can push it out on some entertainment units, which just makes it look stupid, and it being an ice cream sandwich itself isn't necessarily the most aesthetically pleasing console ever made. And thirdly, the thing just isn't all that super powerful. Now, I get that it's far more powerful than the PS4 Slim, but the fact that when Katie and I sit down to play Call of Duty Black Ops 4 kind of co-op multiplayer, and it lags, the performance is so bad that it's off-putting. And I'm not talking about my gameplay, right? I mean the console. Maybe both, I don't know. But this leaves me wondering, why would you go and spend so much money when you can save 50 quid, go and get a 1TB version of the Slim PS4, which doesn't have as many features, but it's quieter, it's smaller, and overall I think it's a better buy. Well, there are benefits to the PS4 Pro. It's more powerful hardware, and it means that frame rates are going to be higher regardless of the title. There's over double the graphical horsepower here, and an overclocked CPU. You do of course get Ultra HD output versus not to that of the Slim, and there's an extra USB 3.1 port. The PS4's menu layout is brilliant. It's a clean and simplified version of the XMB for the PS3, minus the stupid bugs, and added some cool flares like the larger thumbnails and faster previews. Also, and we need to get this out of the way, the PS4 game library is pretty awesome. It's not that of the PS1, PS2 or even PS3, but there are a fair few bangers in the 4's library. Gran Turismo Sport immediately springs to mind as a fantastic racing simulator title. It's actually the reason I got my PS4 Pro, as I wanted to play it competitively online back when my sim rig actually consisted of parts that were working with the PS4 Pro. These days, after my stupid decision to go out and spend a load of money on Husingveld Pro Ultimate pedals, I can't really use that rig with my PS4. But regardless, I am a massive Gran Turismo fan. Other exclusives include God of War, the brilliant new Spider-Man title, or maybe it's not that new, Little Big Planet, Ratchet of Clank, Uncharted, and have you heard of The Last of Us? My girlfriend has, and she bought a PS4 just to play it. I haven't heard from her in a couple of weeks now. There are some truly great titles for the PS4, and I have to say, the controller is pretty brilliant too. Don't get me wrong, I loved the older PlayStation controllers, but the PS4's fits in the hand so much better and works brilliantly as a PC pad too if you need it for that. And lithium-ion batteries? Yes please. The console as a whole is a pretty good package. You get a decent amount of power, although not all that much power. You get a controller that doesn't require AA batteries. You get plenty of USB ports. You get Ultra HD output, and you get, well, a pretty good game library. Let's just put it that way. But there is one thing that I left till last because I feel like it's not as important as the things I put in the first half of this video, and that's that this thing doesn't have an Ultra HD Blu-ray player, which is really annoying because it has Ultra HD output and it can play Blu-rays and it can play games in Ultra HD, but it doesn't have an Ultra HD Blu-ray player, and that's really frustrating because the Xbox One X has it. So yeah, I don't know, the PS5 is rumoured to come, or is it rumoured or is it confirmed, I'm not sure, to come with an Ultra HD Blu-ray player, so it's not so bad. But the PS4 Pro not having it, I mean, it's called the Pro, right? It should have that, but it doesn't. It's really annoying. However, when all is said and done, my job is to write and to edit and to film, and that means I use a PC and a Mac all day. So the fact that I can come and sit on the sofa, not facing this way, obviously it would be facing the TV because that would be a bit stupid, wouldn't it? For the ability to come and sit and play something on the TV and not worry about PC stuff and not be sat really unergonomically is something that I love, and it's something that really does come in the kind of magic world of PlayStation, something that we've had since we were kids, and it's awesome to see. I'm glad it's still here with the PS4 Pro, and I'm hoping it's still going to be there with the PlayStation 5 when that comes out. But that leads us back to the question, should you go out and buy a PS4 Pro now, even with the PS5 coming out in just a few months' time? I think the answer's, I was going to say yes then, but I think what you should do instead is go out and buy the PS4 Slim. I barely play anything in Ultra HD on my TV anyway, so, and there's not that much power there anyway, so it's not like you can run every game at Ultra HD 60 FPS, because even if you could, they're probably on the lowest settings possible and it's just not going to look very good. You get a thinner device, a smaller device, you get a much quieter device, 50 quid cheaper as well. I would just say go and get the Slim, it's going to be so much better than the Pro. In fact, when Katie went and bought her PlayStation to play Last of Us Part 2, she bought the Slim because she didn't want the loud fan noise of the Pro, which is something that I totally get. Also, she's only got a 1080p TV, and I know a lot of people have moved on to Ultra HD TVs these days, but Full HD, I don't know, still quite a fair few TVs out there with that resolution. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video here. Let me know what you think in the comments. Should you go out and buy a PlayStation 4 Pro? I think the Pro is a little bit meh. Hopefully they do a better PS5 Pro, and I will be reviewing my Xbox One X as well sometime in the next month or so. I'll give it a go. I'll be honest, I've got so many more hours on the PlayStation than I do the Xbox, even though the Xbox is a better console, that it's going to be hard to review that thing without giving it a good bash first. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do like, dislike, comment and subscribe if you're new around here to never miss a video like this one, and also check out all my social media links and Patreon page in the video description. I want to give a massive shout out to my patrons for being fantastic and continually supporting me. Thank you so much, you guys. There aren't many of you, but I do recognise every single name there, and that's awesome to see. Anyway, I'm going to put my sofa back in the right position, turn the PlayStation off and maybe have a nap, I'm not sure. But yeah, I've been Ryan Thomas, and I'll see you later. Peace.